I genuinely don't know how I'm alive to tell the tale right now. Good morning.
Yeah, isn't that amazing? In Christmas times, we'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You ready? Doesn't matter, it's Christmas in my heart.
Good morning. It's 5:28. I've been up since 5 a.m. and I went to sleep at 3:43 p.m. You do the math. No, not p.m. I went to bed at 3:43 a.m. If your math is mathing, that's not a lot of hours. But if you watched my packing video, you know why I was up so late. Go little rock star. Go me. Always making the best decisions, Samantha. Hopefully I function well enough to get to the airport because that is all on me. You have to get yourself there. I lost my bubblegum toothpaste, so I'm gonna have to just deal with the nasty breath this morning and use peppermint. I need you guys to send me some good vibes that whoever is sitting next to me on my first flight is not a Karen. I don't want to have to deal with a bully this morning. I usually get a bigger seat in first class, that way I don't need a seatbelt extender, and I'm not like ruining someone else's flight by being up in their grill. That didn't work out on the first flight. My second connecting flight, I got my own bigger seat. But this morning, you know, balls to the fucking walls. We're going to Minneapolis, and then Minneapolis to Pittsburgh. I'm stalling brushing my teeth, so let's do that. Corner. You're weird. Perfect. The same that it looked before. I think my dog ate my backpack. I feel like such a good mom. I picked out my airport outfit, granny panties included, last night. So all I would have to do is grab my pile of clothes and put it on. Yep. I literally just put on a different gray zip up, a white tank top, leggings, and socks that don't match. Oh great, it's snowing. I made it through security all by myself. I'm here a little early. We don't board for another like hour. I need a headphone adapter. I stopped at Quick Trip and got these stupid headphones, and I doubt they're gonna work. Even the lady at the checkout said.
Well, make sure you take your receipt because those probably won't work.
Also, you know how I said I couldn't find my toothpaste? It was in my backpack. Guess what they confiscated going through security? My bubblegum toothpaste. I see 2 other humans in this airport. So not only am I traveling alone, I'm completely alone. T-minus 29 minutes until we board, and the sun is coming up. I found a space that I'm comfortable, and I made myself a little home. This caffeine better start working, like, right now. My social anxiety right now is through the roof. People always say you're supposed to feel like the main character at the airport. What's the opposite of a main character? the background tree, I feel like an extra at best, and that might even be more than that. I'm the production crew. I'm watching in the movie theater. I'm not even in the movie. I feel like once I'm in Minneapolis, I won't be as stressed. I prefer not to travel alone, but somehow I always end up traveling by myself. Made it. Guys, they would not let us off that plane, and I was smushed against the wall. I'm coming to you very much after the fact, but I needed to speak about this. I have to talk about it because I know a lot of you guys are actually curious how my flight went. In case I haven't already expressed my concerns, my concern with this flight is it's a teeny tiny little connection jet. I don't even know if I would consider it a plane. I mean, obviously it was a plane, but it was
So much smaller than I expected.
and I was already having anxiety because, well, I know I'm not the only one that is plus size and has anxiety about flying. The bigger planes seem fine, but these tiny little planes aren't really made for big booties. They're made to just get as many people on as they can. And so my seat was on the very back of the plane, and I had a window seat because I thought a window seat would be better than an aisle seat. But looking back on it, I think an aisle seat would have been the move because I could just lean into the aisle. But anyways, I get on the plane, and since technically my second flight was first class, I was able to board first, which was nice because I didn't have to like squeeze past anyone. So I made my way to the back of the plane. As I was walking back, I was like looking in the seats to see what the situation I was dealing with was. Oh, I was mortified. I was so mortified. Incredibly mortified. The standard American obviously fits in these seats, but not even close, you guys. Like it wasn't even close. In fact, I was having so much anxiety that when I got onto the plane, I asked for a seatbelt extender right away because I didn't even want to have to go through the hassle of asking later and then the person in my seat having to hear me ask. I don't know, it's just an anxiety thing. So I just asked for it right away, and the girl was super sweet about it, and it wasn't a big deal. But I sit down and I realized that like I really don't fit, and I'm like squeezing up against the window, and it was a very short flight. Well, it was supposed to be a very short flight. The person who sat next to me didn't get on until like the very end, obviously because I was in the back of the plane, and she was this tiny little girl, and a woman, but she was just so sweet about it and made me feel like comfortable with it. Like she didn't say anything. I just felt so bad. I was in the back of the plane, but there was one row on the other side of the plane that was farther back than me, and there was a bigger gentleman that went to go sit in that seat, and the person he was sitting next to kind of like mumbled and grumbled about it, and it made me feel really bad because like I can kind of see both sides, but it's also like there's no need to be rude about it. So I was incredibly uncomfortable, like leaning forward, leaning to the side, just trying to make sure that the girl sitting next to me had all of her space. Like I was not about to take up any inch of that space. I was like holding my legs in, and my legs started to cramp because I didn't want it to like cross the line into her side. Whatever, right? It's a very short flight, like less than an hour. By the time we got in the air, we were in the air for like 20 minutes and came right back down. But then we got to Minneapolis, and we had to sit on the plane for like an hour before there was any workers to go work that gate to get us inside. I already wasn't happy about that because I was sitting in this tiny seat and I just wanted it out of it, but it made it worse because they had the heat blaring, and the heat comes down from the sides of the plane, and I had myself like scrunched up against the side of the plane to stay away from the girl next to me, and so then I was sweating. The girl next to me like took her sweatshirt off. Everyone was like stripping their clothes because it was so hot, and it was just not the best flight I've ever been on, and it really made me realize why it's worth driving 2 hours to go to a bigger airport and not have to have the connecting flight. So that's my experience. Me and Gerald are actually flying back on a tiny plane, but Gerald's gonna be the one sitting next to me, so I'm less like nervous about it, if that makes sense. 2 thumbs down.
I hated it.
And that is exactly why I have flight anxiety. Connecting planes are not thick girl friendly. I feel so bad for the girl that had to sit next to me. Flight kept getting delayed, so I've just been working. I'm really over it, but I think we're boarding. One more flight to go. pilot never showed up for his flight, so I'm here alone. Why is there a dinosaur? How'd you get here? Today is gonna go down in history for the longest day that I've ever lived. So much has gone wrong today. Every single one of my flights was delayed. Well, not my first flight. My second flight was delayed. And then Gerald shows up for his flight, because he's flying from Atlanta to Pittsburgh, to go to the game tomorrow. And his pilot never shows up. It is 6 o'clock. He just took off. So he will be here in like an hour and a half. And then I get to the hotel. And they tell me they don't have a reservation for me.
I said, what do you mean?
But it all worked out. And here we are. The room is not exactly what I had imagined, but I'm grateful to have it and I'm not gonna complain, but we are gonna show it to you. So, the front door. The lighting in here is giving me colonial shitty vibes, but maybe Pittsburgh's an old city. Front door has a nice little closet that I can hang my coat in. Ooh, a fridge. What happened to leaving snacks in hotel rooms for people? Where'd the mini bars go? Like, I'm an adult with my own money now. I can buy the mini bar snacks. If I want to pay $4 for a tiny pack of M&Ms, I'm not going to get in trouble for it. But now that I'm old enough and it's my time to shine, there's no mini bar anymore. What is that about? This is exactly like the New York bathroom was. Very tight. And there's still a sexy thing standing in the mirror. This painting is my favorite part though. He's on a bike ride with his dog. His dog is on a diet, so he forces his dog to go on runs while he bikes. Very cute painting. I'm about to get in this shower. I am nasty from the airport. This is really the only place my bag fits in the whole place. And this is it, guys. She's tiny, she's cute. A king size bed, fit for a king and queen. Yeah, there's really nothing to show you. Oh, there's a mirror over here. I could get a cute selfie in. There's a view, but all you're really seeing is my reflection, which is a better view than what's out there anyway. So, I think my socks stink. Let's take them off. Blame the airport, not me. Honestly, it's so crazy sometimes that I'm 23 years old and can travel places by myself. Each time I travel alone, it gets a little less scary. I'm always really anxious beforehand, but once I'm traveling, you just go into survival mode. You just know what you gotta do, and you know it's gonna be the longest day ever, but you know you're gonna get through it. And you always end up where you're supposed to go. Might not be when you thought you were gonna get there. I'm here about 2 hours later than I thought I was gonna be. I'm extremely tired. And we have a very long day tomorrow. Wanna jump on the bed? Watch I break it before Gerald even gets here. Ooh! It's not very comfy, but we're here for a Steelers game, not a mattress. It's time to take a shower, and it's time for me to say goodbye to you guys. I love you. Thank you for traveling with me today. It made me feel a little less alone. Also kind of proud of myself because I haven't like looked at it yet, but I think I vlogged a decent amount in the airport. I set my camera down in different spots and people were definitely staring at me, but I tried to just push through it. It was probably awkward and I probably seemed uncomfortable, but that's because I was. But today we took a tiny little step towards overcoming our social anxiety, so that makes it a good day. I love you guys and I'll see you tomorrow.